Alright, here we are, camping. There's Roadie, and there's me, and there's a car. This is the Lake Houston Wilderness Campground area. Okay. They don't have, the parking is parking lots that are close to the campground, but not right at the campground. However, the campgrounds are real close, so if you have to carry stuff in, you will. And I'm going to show you. Roadie and I are going to show you. This is a trash can. This is a trail back to campground. It's a very short trail, 100 feet maybe. Maybe. A little pan around so you can see. As you can see, the trail is not paved, but it's gravelly. So it's not a muddy trail, although we had some rain. Whoops, had to change hands for the hound. Okay, there's my campsite right there. But I'm going to come in from a different direction. Do a little tour, minor, short. Here's one campground. One campsite. A lot of water. We had a lot of rain. These are some pretty fair campsites. As you can see, there's tent spaces. Some of them are quite wet. All of them have a fire pit and a grill. I think this table actually belongs to that side I just walked through. Whoops! Watch where you're walking, SL. And that table there actually belongs over there, I think. They just had somebody come through here and clean up, but not a very good job there. Maybe they left the potatoes there. There were potatoes. Maybe they left them there on purpose. There's a restroom right there. So it's easy to get to. Just walk right through if I want. Come on, Roadie. A couple of pieces of carpet went in here and there. Here. I guess they probably brought them out for their animals, or maybe they'd sit on or something, but they shouldn't have left them, in my opinion. You always take everything you brought in with you. That's the etiquette, camping etiquette, even in a public park such as this. This is Camp 8, Campsite 8. Okay. There's a group fire pit completely underwater. I'm out here in the middle of the week, so I don't really care as long as I have a reasonably dry camping ground, which I do. Camp spot, camp location, campsite. There's Summer 7. We just walked through there. The other way, that's the one where the table had been moved out, and over to number 8. Do a little pan around for you. Obviously a group area in the middle here. Get a family reunion, something like that, and y'all could claim all these campsites. There are 8 of them here. Could have you a pretty good little get together, I think. There's my campsite, number 6. There's my e-bag sitting back there where I have my GoPro camera, that gray bag. 511 Moab 6 is what it is. Yeah, see, this is the one. the clerk at the front office chose for me initially, but we didn't know. I didn't know what I wanted, and she was just trying to help me out. So anyway, but she let me change to the one I have now, number 5. And bear in mind, somebody came in here and was supposed to clean up. I saw them, but they left that. Whatever that is, I'm not opening it. See how full of water the fire pit is? Anyway. Come on, Roadie. So, doing a little tour. This is for all my YouTube subscribers, especially Morgan. Well, I don't know if she's a subscriber or not, but I'm a subscriber to her channel, and she asked me to give her a review. That's what I'm doing. This is number 4. All these campsites are kind of small, but they're a little deep too. So if you're imaginative, there's a good spot to set up a tent or a tarp right there, dry looking. If you're imaginative, it'd be a good place for a tent if it wasn't wet. Oops, sorry about that. I had to change hands. There's a trail that leads back over to another campsite right next door. We're going to continue to walk around. Come on, Roadie. I don't know what all this is. Oh, it's the bench. This campsite doesn't have a bench because somebody tore it up. Ridiculous. A lot of Yupon in here. So if you want to make yourself some Yupon tea, very high in caffeine, by the way, and other stimulants. But there's plenty of that around here. Texas, it's a holly, Yupon holly. This is number 3. I thought 3 might be a good spot too. I was doing my survey of the area a little while ago. I got here at noon, and the check-in time is 3 o'clock, so I really couldn't do anything until 3, which is, it's 3 o'clock right now. Anyway, more imaginative area. This has got some potential in the back here. That's what attracted me to it, maybe. They say you're supposed to set up in the campsite, but I don't know. That's a good spot for a tent. You only have two tents per campsite. But that is certainly a good spot for a tent. Come on, Roadie. We're going back this way. You can't pick up the wood for firewood. You either bring your own. I happened to find a bundle, plus I bought a bundle. I found a bundle at another campsite, which I absconded with. All nice and wrapped up. I was doing my survey earlier. Come on, Roadie. There are 24 individual tent sites in this campground, the whole thing, which is pretty fair. It's close to Houston, about an hour's drive from me, which is not bad at all. There's another campsite. There's a pavilion. They have power there, so you can charge up your batteries and stuff if you want. Go in there and listen to something on the radio or TV if you happen to bring one. Ridiculous. That's me. You have some burnt wood here you could use. I guess you could. You can't really say you collected that because that's burnt already. So, this would be okay. And when I'm surveying for trees to tie ridge lines on for tarps and hammock trees. That's my criteria. Number 1 criteria. There's the pavilion. Plenty of trash cans around. Well, somebody got excited one time. You could sit up under here if it's raining or something, I guess. And you got power. Power. That says Bell. Okay. Just the name of the outlet. It's not Bell Telephone. I don't know anything about if they have a wireless or a Wi-Fi connection in there or not. They may or may not. It is the city of Houston, so it's possible. Okay. That's a community pavilion for this whole area. Anybody that's camping here. Here's a campsite. I think it's just campsite number 1. Yeah, number 1. Now this one, looks like the fire ring, but I guess if it was cleaned out, it'd be acceptable. In case. There are a couple of tent sites that might work good there. Camp location sites, and you could put them over there too, probably. Alright, there's another parking area for a car, so you could park there and haul yourself to 1, 2, etc. Roadie, we're going this way, boy. Okay, now this is a water station, I guess you call it. You can fill up your whatever, do your dishes, whatever. Probably not hot, although there's a red. I don't think it's hot. There's a blue. Good pressure. The red looks a little bit less pressure, which means it might be hot, but I don't think so. I don't see a hot water heater anywhere. I don't think it's a... Let's have a solar hot water heater, and there's another water. Anyway, shelves. You can come over here and do your dishes, probably. If that's what you wanted to do. Now, I imagine. Now, that building over there, in the distance, is showers and bathrooms. Okay, notice the water, standing water. I'm going back. It's 3 o'clock. We need to start setting up camp. So we're heading back to camp here. There's that group fire pit. You see how much water is in here. We've been getting a lot of rain recently. Basically the same rainstorms that's been getting West Coast California are coming down that big old air river in the sky. Coming down to southeast Texas area. We had a good rainstorm yesterday, 1 1/3 inch. Not a whole lot, but pretty fair. Come on, Roadie. And this is part of the area that got that rain. We've been getting rain off and on. We got a 1/4 inch about a week before then. So, you know, this is, I'm sure, what's, of course, anywhere in the area. Some place to get a 1/4 inch, some place to get 3 inches, so, you know, or more. Number 7, number 6 over here, Roadie. Okay, I'm gonna go start getting stuff, Roadie. Which means I'm gonna hook you up to the lantern pole. So I can carry stuff in both hands. The lantern pole, that's a good hook. I'm going to run a line later, lower down, so you can run back and forth. Picnic table, fire grip, pit, e-bag. What a stretch. And Roadie's temporary. He said, I don't know about this, Steve. Well, that's it, Roadie. That's as far as you can go. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna go get stuff. YouTube, it's getting on evening now. It's almost 6 o'clock p.m. Getting ready to go and wash a couple items that I use for supper. There's the picnic table. I didn't brew any coffee today, but I did have a single cup that I had. Some of this Sir Coffee Vanilla. Good coffee is from Colombia. It's a packaged cube of coffee with a sweetener. Food bag. My anorak, gloves. Fire pit. See, I got a fire going. I used, there's Roadie. He was curled up on the bed here, so he found something to get after. I've been saving this a long time. A nearby pine tree was cut down, and lo and behold, in the roots, down in the ground, I got out all I could, and I'm glad I did, because that's all fat wood, and I used some to start this fire, along with the wax homemade fire starter. There's some wood I'm going to have. There's Roadie's little bed. He was laying in it till a minute ago. He decided to go over there and check something out. I call this my car camping fire kit helper. This is some wax fire starters I made a few years ago. That's just an egg crate, dryer lint, and paraffin wax. I keep a lighter in there, and I have all these little sea candles, plus an Altoids tin fire kit. Alcohol prep wipe, alcohol swab, wet fire, some jute twine, cigarette lighter with Ranger band, and that is a pencil sharpener. Anyway, so we're making fine shavings for fire starting. There's Roadie's sweater, my fire gloves. Well, you can handle coals, wood. I use it for all kinds of stuff. Anyway, there he is getting back in his bed. Roadie. All you is messing that up, boy. You want to go for a walk? I'm going to go for a walk here in a minute and do the dishes. There's my tent, my tarp. Bug candles. These are diamond configuration. Cot, wool blanket, military sleep system, and underneath that I have a multi-mat on the cot. Those are the boots I'm going to change into so I can flip out of them. But these boots, these don't slip in and out too well, but those do. They're great for putting on in the middle of the night. Extra clothes, shovel, duffel bag. Those two things are pillows. Anyway, come on, Roadie. Go this way. Alright. There's Roadie's food and water bowl I brought from the house. He don't want to eat. He'll eat treats, but he won't eat his dog food. So, whatever. We'll try tomorrow. There you go. That's the end of, towards the end of day one. There's the surrounding area. Roadie. Come on, Roadie. Yeah, we're going to go up there later. Car. I can see it from here. I moved it a little bit. Still in the parking area. Can't see it from here, but I can see it from over here. I have a motion detector device I'm going to put on it. It doesn't have a car alarm, but I have a motion detector device. It's portable that I use for backup alarm at the house, but it also, since it's portable, I can bring it out here or there to car again. Alright, we're signing off. We're going to go over there to do this little stainless steel cup I warmed up my beef stew in. There you go. Signing off. End of day 1, Tuesday. Alright, day 2. We're using a different camera this time, not the GoPro, so it's a little different view. There's the picnic table. I'm currently working on oatmeal in this bag here. That's a freezer bag. You need a heavy duty freezer bag to let I boil some water over there on the Hezbollah alcohol stove right there in the middle of the view. There's my rechargeable emergency radio flashlight. Right now we're soaking up some sunlight. It's got solar panel, crank. Okay. Coffee. There's a roadster. There's a fire pit. I made coffee on the fire. That's the first thing I did this morning when I got up after I used the bathroom. I used both my BK2 and my hatchet. BK2 is easier to use than the hatchet. I'm worried about cutting my fingers or hand with the hatchet. I don't use it a lot, so I need to practice more, I suppose. Anyway, I didn't hurt myself today, which is good. Alright, I got the hammock up. Let's step back so we can get the hammock in the shot here. See? I did that this morning. Roadie loved the hammock too. He was ready to get in as soon as I got it up and was testing it. So, yeah, hammock. He's a hammock critter, just like me. And that's my little lounge chair I use as a little table. I have my e-reader there, my Amazon Kindle. I already had to take some clothes off. It's going to warm up quick today. There's where I slept last night. It's kind of in a little bit of disarray. Roadie blankets on the end there. He was laying up there on the sleeping bag there. That's the outer shell, the Gore-Tex of the MSS, Military Modular Sleep System. There's one Roadie run. There's another Roadie run above the hammock. Alright, folks, that's the beginning of day 2. Sun's coming up. The time's about 9:20. There's Roadie. Hi, Roadie. Yeah, there's Roadie. Yeah, he doesn't eat. He hasn't eaten even the treats that I gave him. He doesn't eat when we're out here much. So I want to get back on the sleeping bag. Okay. Anyway, I imagine oatmeal's about ready. Anyway, so we're signing off. Talk to you later. Lots of squirrel nests in my immediate vicinity. There's one there. There's one there. And that one's a little hard to see, but it's better from the picnic table. There's one right in the middle of the dirt. There's a picnic table. Campfire. Tarp set up. And Roadie in his favorite spot. Well, it's too close to focus on him, but he's right there. A little green. Yeah, I won't focus that down. Let me see if I can take a shot instead. All right, I'm chopping some, making some tinder for fires later. I'm using my BK2. This is what I made so far. Not much. I'm also going to whoop up on this little piece of fat wood here too. Right now I'm just making tinder. Cut all this in half before I put it down anymore. This is a phenomenal knife. Not much good for fine detail work, but it's great for chopping wood, making tinder rather, and I think it's safer than using a hand axe, a hatchet. Got a lot of swinging with the hatchet. This thing you can basically do very close up work and use a baton to split it down. And that keeps the blade away from you. I'll show you. Knife, wood, baton. Do that one more time. This is a piece of board that I'm using to chop on that I brought from the house. Well, there's a knot right there I didn't want to cut, so I'm going to leave that go. This will be easy. This is all oak. Oak. A little hard. This is pine. This is pine. Fat wood from an oak tree that was taken down near my house where I live. I also use things like Christmas trees, cut those up. Christmas trees are good tinder. Couple them up in a log, and you can put those logs. You have good tinder. Catches fast. Any kind of Christmas tree. They're all evergreens. Fir, pine, whatever. Spruce. Very easy to find too. People just put them out on the curb for the trash to pick up if they don't recycle them. Most people are lazy and don't recycle their Christmas trees. Anyway, as you can see, the BK2 makes quick work. And very well done with the baton. It's a 1/2 inch thick, I mean a 1/4 inch thick. And it's 5 1/4 inches long. Here in Texas, that's illegal, barely. 5 1/2 or over 5 1/2 is illegal. So an illegal weapon. If you count anything, you can hurt somebody, a weapon. So whether you use it as a weapon or not. It's to be used as a weapon. In a pinch, probably cut a couple of fingers off. I'd rather use my gun though, but you know, guns fail, run out of ammo, whatever. Get lost. Or I wouldn't want to think about my gun getting lost, but more likely it could possibly get stolen or taken away from you. Anyway, let me finish this little pile up and I'll turn the camera off. If it isn't off already. BK2 is a full tang knife made in the USA by K-Bar Becker BK2. They're a little bit pricey. This knife will last you forever. Can't break it. Not doing this anyway. Took a Dremel tool and took the black off of here and smoothed and the edges here so I could use it against my ferro rod. I keep a ferro rod on the sheath and some Ranger bands. Alright. There, that's some tinder. That'll work for the next fire, I think. I'm gonna make some for tomorrow. Alright, still filming. There's a tinder. There's Roadie watching the whole process. Sleeping areas. There's a good shady spot. My seat cushion by LL Bean. And my topping spot. Y'all. Howdy folks, this is still day 2, or the first, my only full day, Wednesday. Pretty sunny out here today, that's good. However, it made my hammock in a sunny spot for a while. So what I did was took my Grabber brand emergency blanket, heavy duty, and I put the reflective side towards the sun using my Ridgeline as an attachment. Basically just had one end of the Ridgeline and the other end of the ground to block the sun. It did real well. Attached that one to the tree. You can see right there, attached it to that tree, that corner. This corner I staked out into the ground using these are bungee cords. Now, initially, I made some prusset knots and tied them around here, but this is paracord and this is nylon and it didn't hold very well, so that's a lesson. I need to use bank line, tarred bank line instead. So I use these clips that I had with me, binder clips, to just attach it to this Ridgeline. That worked really well. There's a center one and the corner. Anyway, that worked real well, and it also blocked the sun. Nothing like a hammock, right? Anyway, so I've been hanging out all day reading, mostly, when I wasn't preparing wood, processing wood for later. So, I made a full pot of coffee. Well, 3 big metal mugs full. Stainless steel cups full, I guess. Actually, 2 half cups and a 2/3 of a cup. That's all the coffee I want today. I had some this morning and had some this afternoon. I usually have some in the afternoon. So there you have it. The roadster is up. He just went up. He's been sitting in a hammock with me, but he just went up and jumped on the cot. His second favorite spot. I've got his blanket up here in the sun for a while. And his little rug. Anyway, thought I'd try something. I got the idea from Really Big Monkey 1. Put this under my sleeping bag. And what I did, and he didn't suggest this part for what it is, put half under the sleeping bag and use the other half to put over the top to help retain some heat. It might have done that, but what it also did was gather up moisture right on top of my bivy bag, because the moisture is stepping from my body. That's what the bivy bag's for, to let the perspiration evaporate and keep it from rain, because the perspiration is a gas and it's smaller pores in rain, so it keeps the rain out. It keeps the lets the perspiration out, escape. My space blanket there, grabber space blanket, is green on one side and silver reflective on the other side. Campfire. This is my first time here at this campground. I would have to say that it's okay. It's close to the city, so you don't have to drive very far. It's about an hour. Accessible by the freeway. That's the good part. The bad part is some of the sites are old, but I guess campground's been around in a while. That's to be the case, and that's okay too. But the fire grill, and they only let you build a fire in the fire pit. Some of the fire pits were underwater, as I showed you earlier. So kind of hard to build a fire in a fire pit with full of water, right? It's close to the parking. Can't park right at the campsite, but you can park pretty close sometimes. There's my car, so about 100 feet away. That's good because I have a lot of stuff. They have primitive camping too, which I'd have to pare down quite a bit. That may probably be good in the warmer, because then I could just use the hammock with the mosquito netting, which would be great. A lot of airplanes fly over. I think there's either a private personal aircraft airport nearby, or maybe a flight facility where they train people to fly, teach them to fly, let them fly. Several times a day. During the nighttime, you get a lot of noise. The noise settles down. The urban type noise settles down around 10-ish. But you also have a lot of wildlife. This is a wildlife preserve. I hear a lot of owls. That's good. I like owls. And you hear coyotes howling like crazy. And I don't particularly like coyotes. So, but we weren't bothered. Roadie buddy stayed bundled up inside the sleeping bag with me, so for a coyote to come bother us, who I would have had to shoot him dead. Even though this is a preserve, self-defense comes first. What? You're worried about me walking around and talking? Yeah? Yeah? Got worried about me walking around and talking. Well, we are going to start packing up here, Roadie, so there's where I keep my trash. I throw it away at nighttime, hanging up on a so-called lamp hook, lantern hook. I say you won't hook it to a tree and burn down the forest. I say that with experience because I was a Boy Scout. I went summer camping one time. Took a kerosene lantern. Great kerosene lantern. Stupid young kid Boy Scout hung it on a tree and almost caught the tree on fire. Luckily the scoutmaster saw it real quick and we got it down and threw water on the little scorched part of the tree. Big dummy kid. Don't do that, okay? Don't hang a fuel powered lantern on a tree. Electric only. And then it better be cool electric. Okay, well, that's it for now. Maybe another part that I'll leave later. Signing off. SL's Prepping and Survival. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Thank you.